Message from Spirit. You are like a launching pad for the children who rely on you just as they did when they were very little, when they had everything they needed to succeed in the things they wanted to do every day. Today, life has made them grow up. They are able to imagine a future which can be far from you, but which brings them back every time something doesn't go as they would like, because they know they will always find a safe harbor where they can rest from the challenges the world throws at them. It tests them to bring out their talents, gives them the security, the self-confidence, the assurance that they need to move forward in life. They don't want to change things. They just want to be able to do what you do, to be as good as you are. They'd like to give you satisfaction and joy. They regret not being able to. Thinking they've let you down, they feel bad. But that's not how it should be. They need to know that life is made up of challenges, but that doesn't mean they can't overcome them even on their own if they want to, with determination and confidence, as they've learned from you, always present, attentive to their needs, never leaving them alone. That's why they are so strong, thanks to the stability you have given to them. Their sense of duty compels them to be present in every situation, as if they were already adults, already old enough to manage by their own. But that's not the case. They still need you, your affection, your advice. This is a source of wisdom for generations with lack of confidence, like those of today, lost in a world who doesn't know in which direction is going, what to do to really succeed in life and not be judged incapable of doing it. Their worries are unfounded because with you they are sure that they will never be left alone to face them. They try every time to take part in a game that is even bigger than they are now, because they still have to learn many things, face many unforeseen events, as happened to you in your past. You are the one who decides. You are the one who decides at home what's good for you. You do it without them realizing, because you are loving, and so they don't feel your authority, but they follow you anyway, because you make things happen as you see right for them, what's best for you at any time. This is a great skill, subtle but effective. Don't talk, but act. Now breathe. Take a breath. You know what's wrong, and sometimes it's better to ignore it, so as not to see what needs to be radically changed. But accepting to live like this is sometimes painful, because everything would be easier if they would listen to you more. They do what they want, thinking they can do it because they don't feel an authority limiting them, but rather accommodating them. And so they don't grow up as they should, more autonomous. Let them make their mistakes, then come back to you as always. It's like that. You're not wrong. In the lives of those who accompany others on their journey, it's sometimes difficult to stand by and watch, because we'd like to help them, protect them, Avoid unpleasant situations for them. But without those situations, they don't grow. No one grows up overprotected because they don't directly confront the reality around them. They don't have the opportunity to test themselves. They think, but then they can't do because someone else is doing it for them. So you have to let them do it. Let them win sometimes when they think they have succeeded. It boosts their self-esteem. Don't be afraid of being right or of not expressing your point of view sufficiently. That's simply the way it has to be. They have to do it themselves. Don't accompany them in everything they do. Let them make mistakes. There will never be anything so big, so irreparable. It will just be an obstacles run, which will give them strength. So you need to reassure yourself when they encounter one and face this reality on their own, without immediately giving them all the answers, all the advice you feel you have to give them. Wait for them to ask you. Try to keep them close to you without controlling them. Protecting them is not the same as helping them, because they will always need you. They will never understand what is really good for them if there is always someone to tell them before they can understand it for themselves, as they would like to do. So they always feel small compared with you, big, determined, bossy adults who are capable of taking care of them too and never failing to do anything. Always being there, always giving the best of oneself, also for them. So they don't experiment, they don't challenge themselves, and they feel inadequate compared to you, always there in everything. Even when they would like to have some space for themselves, they always have a quota of time to share with the family. This nourishes them, but also deprives them of an autonomy that is generally good to build, because life is not always there to welcome you as a loving family would. Sometimes you have to be that family, your own family, to be able to lead your own life and also lead others tomorrow when the time comes. If we don't experience these at a young age, we won't feel capable of being ready or rising to the occasion. We lack confidence. We lack security. So let them go. Let them do more of what you are already doing, and think about your stability, about looking around you with satisfaction. Appreciate what you have built through effort, sweat, and sacrifice. You don't do it to think about them, but the kids, the young people, must think of themselves now that you are still here to support them in a different way than before, but always giving them a safe harbor to return to every time. It will always be like that. Don't be afraid of losing them. They won't go far. It's like feeling the warmth of the fire, that familiar warmth that is a source of serenity and play for them. Live for yourself. Now they need to see you enter another age, the age of calm, candid wisdom that reassures them so much. It's a long journey, and it's not easy to see them leave the nest, but they have to take flight. When they do, that's when you have succeeded in making them autonomous and independent, capable of looking after themselves and those around them. This makes them adults, winners from so many struggles, so many difficulties, to emerge in a world that is not easy. Help them to see what they can't see, to do what they don't yet know how to do, but don't put yourself in their place to prevent them from making mistakes. It's spontaneous and natural, but the mistake will be theirs and they will learn from it. Don't project yourself onto what they do or say as if it were you. They want to live in peace, knowing that they have succeeded, and show you that they have succeeded thanks to your teachings and your example. You are a solid foundation. Live for yourself now, while they take flight, each one in their own direction, as it should be. You will always be part of their lives. They will always be linked to you by a great love, by a great trust in the value of the family, which is the basis of society, corrupted in its soul and in its foundations. This is why it doesn't work. They want to see you at ease, not always worrying, obsessing, preoccupied with them. Leave them free to make mistakes. There is no point arguing if they don't want to, if they don't want to listen. They'll come back, empty-handed, but they'll be back, more willing to listen to you this time. You think you can help them with everything, but you can't. They have to make mistakes themselves for you to be right and show them that there is another way of doing things, which is not always the way they think. It will be obvious to everyone you are a fixed, firm point. Even in your anxieties, you always find the right path that brings everything back into balance. You exercise a silent authority. Don't forget that it's effective in the real world. Make the most of what you have. Live for what the present moment can give you. Create quiet corners where you can rest and enjoy it. Bless everything you do. It's peace and light. It's the profound sense of your presence and of everything you do. Amen.